Donut Bag is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Your data is your business. Protect it with ExpressVPN. For 3 extra months free with a 1-year package, go to the link listed in my Twitter profile. All right, so we are a month into the NFL season. And as always, it is crazy. Let's talk about your Bills.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Great, but we're so injured. We're so injured. It's like really heartbreaking every time we see the injury report come out and you just like look at all the names on it. And you just
isn't like your entire defense hurt or something like that, or your entire
it
secondary?
was pretty much. It was like majority of our starters were hurt or some are on IR. Like unfortunately we lost Micah Hyde for the year. Unfortunately, he has a herniated disc, so that was a huge loss for us. And then we had Jordan out at the same time. He had a foot injury, but thankfully he just came back this Sunday. So slowly but surely people are starting to come back, but it's rough, really rough.
Yeah, everybody's going through injuries. I mean, the Steelers lost TJ Watt, and basically it broke the entire team. we can't win anymore because he's not there. So it's gonna be really interesting. The Steelers and the Bills this week.
Mm-hmm.
This should be, I don't know what the odds
we get to see
saying.
a new starting quarterback, I hear.
Oh my god.
Are people so excited? I've seen like mixed reviews, but I feel like a lot of people are really excited.
See, I'm a big fan of University of Pittsburgh football, and Kenny Pickett played at Pitt, and so I've loved him for, I think he played like 5 years or something like that. I've loved him for and now I love that he's with the Steelers. And when I saw him play on Sunday, I was so excited. I was like a proud uncle. And I think that's what everybody in Pittsburgh is thinking. It's like it's just different. It was just crazy. We got to talk about Mitch Trubisky. Okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
It just didn't work. It just did not work.
But I saw you had a tweet today that you think we'll see him back at some point in the season. So tell me about that.
Unfortunately, I think he'll be back just because, like, at least the way Kenny Pickett has been playing already, he's been like, he's not kind of a little bit like Josh Allen. You're like, run. I'll just run for a first down or whatever. It's like, okay, that's cool, but and like he got 2 touchdowns, and they were basically on like on runs. One was a quarterback sneak, and one was like he ran into the end zone. That's all great, but it also gets you killed, dude. So
yeah,
unfortunately, you don't last long, unless you're 6'11" and 300 pounds like Josh Allen and can withstand that punishment, then you're fine. But if you're not, it's gonna hurt, and you're gonna get hurt. So that's why I think Mitch will be back. And it's just really tough for him. It's just a really bad situation because it just they wanted it to work. They wanted him to succeed, and then just let Kenny Pickett sit and learn or whatever. Let this be a redshirt year, but the offense was doing nothing. He was just, the thing is just Mitch was like too tentative. He was just too scared. I think you're just scared to make a mistake, and you can't play scared.
Right.
I had this theory that Mitch Trubisky was like a Trojan horse from the Bills. It was a plan to send Mitch to the Steelers just for this game, so that Mitch will be playing for the Steelers, but really he'll be throwing interceptions on purpose or something just to help the Bills, because he's a secret double agent or something like that.
Oh man, I don't know, but now we can't find out.
Well, we won't know. Now we
won't know.
I saw that they asked the Bills coach, it's like, well, how do you prepare for a rookie quarterback that's really never played? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do?
We don't have any tape on him. We don't really know what we only have 2 quarters of play from him. But what do you do? So,
it's like, do you just plan on him kind of being like really physical and scrambling and trying to do that? Or, is he going to get a run game going? Is he going to pass it? You really don't know. So I think that's very challenging. And, I think for the defense, Leslie Frazier is a really smart man. I think he'll figure out a game plan, to keep him contained for sure.
Lots of crazy things that happen in the NFL, but if the Steelers manage to beat the Bills, that would be one of the craziest things.
I will say, I said two things. Well, one of them is that Bills fans did not forget our home opener last year and you guys won. People are very bitter about that. They don't forget that. So they're not taking this game lightly. Even with, rookie quarterback and people
Yeah.
being injured, they're like, no, this is, revenge time. And
Yes.
also I told people, no stepping on terrible towels. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care, if you are like, Pittsburgh's your worst enemy, which I personally don't think you guys are. No stepping on the terrible towels. Nothing good can come from that. So don't do it.
Every time someone has done that, has disrespected that terrible towel, terrible things have happened to them. It's a real thing. It is a curse. So yeah, you're right. Do not do anything to that yellow.
And we are a very superstitious team. So I think people know that they're like, we don't want any bad, juju coming in this game. So like, let's not do that.
I think it was the account Bill's Mafia Babes or something like that. They had a little graphics like, ooh, look at me. I'm a Steelers fan. I have a little yellow towel. Wee. Like, yeah, it is. It's silly. It is a yellow towel. It's a yellow rag, but
it's your thing.
But it's our thing. That's right.
Everyone's got their own thing, and that's your guys's. And I think it's cool. I'm not hating on it.
But I mean, the Steelers are not. My God, they lost to the Jets.
That's sad.
The Jets. Oh my goodness.
I think Zach Wilson's been failing himself though, because he also looks like he's trying to shoot his shot with Giselle now. And I saw she liked one of his Instagram posts. So there's a lot of weird like love triangle stuff going on now that Brady's dollar splitting.
How amazing would that be if Zach Wilson and Giselle ended up together?
Gosh, well,
that would be amazing.
What would you even say? You just be like, good job. Like, maybe he'll figure it out. I don't know.
The only way that would be better is if Tom Brady was still with the Patriots and it was in your own division. Talk about a way to
and you have to see her. Team. You have to see him twice. Yeah.
like if Tom Brady played the Jets and Giselle was in the stands with a Zach Wilson jersey or something like that. Like, oh my God, that's so funny. Man, Zach Wilson's he is a player. Man, that dude. I think
he's starting to break out a bit. Like he's starting to get comfortable, and you can tell.
I mean, it was really impressive by him because he just came off the injured list. He hasn't played at all. He hasn't played since like 2 months ago. And he came in and he played really well. So yeah, and there were times when like the Steelers were so close to sacking him. They were chasing them all over the place, and he was able to get away all the time. So yeah, he has some skills. But that's not a good Jets team. That was just a bad loss. Oh, there's no excuse for that. But we'll see. I still can't figure out what happened with the Bills and the Dolphins. That game was insane.
It was, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but my son had a football game at the same time the Dolphins were playing, and it was pouring rain at my son's game. So every parent is naturally a Bills fan on our son's team. So everyone is in like ponchos and has umbrellas and is trying to look on their phones and watch the Bills in Miami game, but also like pay attention to our kids. And we're like, oh, good job. But we're like, just like looking at our phones, like watching the game. It just,
something happens during the game. Everyone's like, yes. And the kids are like, what are we talking? Why are you cheering?
Yeah, like looking up at us. They're like, what's going on? Like,
that is the worst. That is the absolute worst when they schedule practice during the game. I know it is very hard to, schedule things and get the things. And sometimes those schedules are made like a long time in advance or something like that. But still, like you don't schedule things during the game. Come on, people.
No, absolutely not. But I think more than anything, I mean, obviously it was a tough loss, and we were down a lot of players. Heat was definitely a factor in there, and it just was really, really hard on the players. But I think something that, I was the most afraid of and that was most disappointing was just how they handled Tua, getting hurt and letting him back into the game and then him ultimately getting hurt again. That was so scary to watch. Just someone who's gotten concussions, or I've seen my teammates get them. It's just so scary.
It was completely handled horribly, and you just hope there's no long-term damage to him. Getting 2 concussions in 4 days is
That's crazy.
deadly, is scary. It's yeah, and yeah, it was just really sad, and they started with their stupid excuses like, it was just a back injury. Like,
Right. Trying to downplay it. And I'm like, that's really a disservice just to Tua and his health. I mean, he's a person, he's a human outside of football. And it's like, I feel like they were just so concerned, like, we have to win a game, we have to win the game. Then really the bigger picture of like, let's focus on his health overall, make sure he's all right. So that was
yeah,
definitely disappointing.
and hopefully there are more precautions, and hopefully they do it right, because it was extremely embarrassing. I think they fired people.
They did.
You know that I mean, it was just they got caught in their lies. They're like, he was evaluated every day after that game. It's like, why would he be evaluated for head injuries if you said it was a back injury, you dummy?
Yeah. It
You just
wasn't
caught
adding up.
yourself. Yeah.
It wasn't adding up.
um yeah, I think the Heat had a lot to do with how the Bills played. I mean, the Bills dominated that game. They were moving up and down the field, except when it came time to score, they just couldn't.
I think the
So
most frustrating thing was seeing seeing the stats afterwards and looking at the time of possession. Oh my gosh, we had the ball so much and to still come out with a loss was definitely frustrating.
that was frustrating, especially with the team that is in your division. And I mean, obviously the Dolphins are better, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I mean, credit to them. They're much better than they were. We were saying,
They were
oh,
prepared.
is Tua good enough? It's like, yeah, he actually is good enough. So,
Hmm.
you give him the right weapons, and he'll be pretty good. So,
Hmm.
we'll see. The Ravens game was crazy too. My goodness. Everybody is basically killing Harbaugh for going forward on 4th and goal and not kicking the field goal when they were
Hmm.
when they were tied at 20. Was it raining really hard the whole game?
I heard it was. I had friends that were there and they were all decked out in like rain suits and ponchos and everything like that. And they said it was just really, really wet and really, really cold. Unfortunately, it was kind of like the aftermath
Of Ian,
of
yeah,
Ian coming
yeah.
through. So it was definitely miserable to be in, from what I heard.
Very impressive. I think what they were down 20-3 or something like that.
Yeah,
And they were able to come back and tie it and go ahead. So very, very impressive win. I just have a feeling I think the Bills are going to have an easy time this week. I think it's going to be like the Titans game, 41-7 or
I
something like
hope.
that.
I don't want to write anything off though. I don't want to be like, oh, that's an easy win. Like I want us to earn it.
Yeah, yeah. But in terms of the top teams in the league right now, it looks like Buffalo's second, but the number one team is the Eagles. They look amazing.
They have
They
looked really good.
they just look like every aspect they look good. So that's going to be interesting to see how. And then the Chiefs are looking good too, and that's who the Bills play after the Steelers
Hmm.
in Kansas City.
Rough.
That's gonna be a good game.
Be good. I'm like I said, the injuries are like what's nerve wracking to me, but
And then home to the Packers. This schedule is crazy for you guys.
it
That's
is.
a tough stretch. Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
It's an
Packers.
expensive game. I tried to look up, so my brother wanted to come up from North Carolina to come to the Green Bay game with me, and the cheapest ticket we could find was like $430, and that was for nosebleeds for that game.
Is it because of Aaron Rodgers, or is it because like Green Bay fans travel, or I wonder why it's so expensive?
I think it's just the combination of both, and I think it's just the Allen and Rodgers matchup. I think that's what people are just like really looking forward to. It's a primetime game, but tickets are astronomical. It's crazy. Like I've never
I
seen tickets be this expensive.
have I mean, is this just one of those things where the Bills and the Packers never play each other? Because I don't remember them playing
It's like
recently.
every few years, we kind of like rotate like who plays who. So we haven't played each other. I think the last time was like when Josh was a rookie. Yeah, I think he was a rookie. Was the last time he played him. So it had been a while. It
I
was like
tell you
his
what,
first or second year. I remember it was a while ago.
I tell you what. Okay, so yeah, you got the tough stretch of games at the Chiefs, home to the Packers, and then it gets super easy at the Jets. That's a win. Home to the Vikings. Vikings, who knows how going to be. Home to the
Yeah,
Browns. The Browns are surprisingly good. At the Lions, that game could be the way the Lions are playing. That game could be like a NBA basketball game. It could be like 113, 112 or something like that. That's going to be exciting. I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna get all
it's a
my
good Thanksgiving game, right?
I am number one in my fantasy football league because I got Josh Allen,
Wow,
Diggs, Singletary, and McKenzie. I just loaded up on Bills, and that's why I'm so,
that's so great.
I love it. I love it. At the Patriots, I tell you what, the Patriots, yeah, yeah, they played the Packers tough,
Yeah,
but
they did.
they're not that good. They're not that good. They're smoke and mirrors. Um,
Their fill-in quarterback, I don't even know his name, but he literally looks like the fraternal twin of Mac Jones. Like if you see a side-by-side picture of them, they
it's
literally look the same. I'm like, did
it's
you
like
really get a new person or
it's
what?
like copy my homework and just change one thing or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
it's like they look like, yeah, identical twins. That was freaky.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then home to the Dolphins on December 18th. Okay, so we played in 90-degree weather. How about we play in 9-degree weather and let's see how we do then.
And we're not going to give you any heaters or blankets or anything to keep your team warm. You guys can be on your own.
That's the other thing. So the Dolphin Stadium, on the Dolphin sideline, they get shade.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they wear their white uniforms, which makes the other team wear their dark uniforms, which makes them even hotter.
Yep. Which is in the sun because I sat there last year when I went to that game, and it's like the whole visitor side, including where the visiting team is, it's just right in the sun. It's
4 hours in the sun. You're
I'll tell you, whoever designed it, they knew what they were doing,
they
and they
did.
were a butthead for it, is all I'll
They
say.
did. And then at the Bears suck. At the Bengals are still good. And then home to the Patriots. You're looking at 14, 15 wins this year. If everything goes all right, I think you're looking at like 14-3, 15-2, something like that. I called it. There are a few things I'm sure about, but I am sure that the Bills are at least going to the Super Bowl and probably winning it. I
I
just
hope
have that
so.
feeling. I just have that feeling.
I hope so too. And just like the perseverance on this team, like I feel like everyone is just wanting to work through, the struggles we're going through right now with like injuries and things like that. So I hope we get it together. I'm excited. I think Trey is supposed to hopefully come back soon. Trey White. He had a really rough, season-ending injury last Thanksgiving. So we could definitely use him. So I'll be excited when he comes back. So
How's Von Miller doing?
he is great. He is just, I can't even believe sometimes that's like, I'll be like watching. I remember at training camp, I was watching him and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Von Miller's on our team.
I
Like, it's
know.
so surreal, but just the way, like, he just has so much energy and it's just like, he doesn't have an off play. It's just like he goes 100% in everything he does. And just the speed he has and how
they
explosive he is incredible.
they did Mike Tomlin had his press conference today, and somebody asked him, it's like, what makes Von Miller so special? And Mike Tomlin just spent like 5 minutes talking about how awesome Von Miller is, that he's a physical freak, but he's also just just a really good player that you like. He never takes the time off. He's smart. He's basically everything you want in a football player.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and you got him. And
And he's
that's
special. He had Beyonce send him an outfit for the game. How cool is that? I'm like, you know how important you have to be to have Beyonce send you a special outfit made just for you.
I heard something about it. It's like, well, Beyonce likes Von Miller. That therefore Beyonce is a Bills fan. Okay, you got Beyonce.
Clearly, we're gonna welcome Queen Bee. Like, by all means.
Yeah.
We'll get her a Babes hoodie and a hat. Yeah. We'll hook her up.
If you like it, you should have put a Super Bowl ring on it.
See?
Oh boy.
You
All
did
right.
it.
Well, I'm not gonna say good luck. I hope everyone has fun.
I hope everyone stays safe and we have minimal injuries, no injuries, that's all I hope for both teams.
There's no like Bills and Steelers fans. We're like brothers and sisters. We're not, we don't hate each other.
Right.
I hate Browns fans. I hate Ravens fans. I hate Bengals fans. I hate Patriots fans. I don't, I like the Bills. Sometimes I see people in Pittsburgh rocking Bills gear and stuff like that. It's like, damn, it's a good looking uniform. It's a good looking colors.
Yeah.
Good for you. So
we always have a good vibe. I feel like vice versa, if you guys come here, it's like, it's always all love. Like there's never any, your team sucks or anything bad or any bad experiences.
I was surprised. I heard Bills fans that went to the Ravens game. They actually said that the Ravens fans were nice to them. So that's nice.
That is good to hear. That's really good to hear because I remember when we played them in the playoffs, they were not very friendly to us online, which we get it, but it was nice. It was refreshing to hear that they had a good experience, with each other. So I was glad to hear that.
Did you ever, I mean, you've been to the away games. Has anybody ever given you crap because I'm sure you're rocking all your Bills gear.
Yeah, no, there's been, a little fun, like chirping back and forth, but honestly, it was with Dolphins fans and they were actually really nice. They're just like, well, our team sucks. That's just all there is to it. And they were gone by like halftime or the third quarter. They're like, we're not going to bother sitting here, but they're like, you guys are doing really good. We're like, thanks, but all friendly fun.
Good. All right. Well, we'll see what happens next week.
Yes.
We'll see what happens this game.
Excited for it. I'll be there in person, so I'm excited.
Nice.
Very excited.
All right. Hey, I'll see you.
Sounds good. Bye, Joey.
Bye.